Hello. Hey, Scorehard. Okay, so I'm trying to get back into Tuesday just being stream day. Tuesday should be stream day. That's the day that I should stream. I would like to get my pen back on the paper and do some art. I've got some art projects that I specifically want to stream. But the anxiety, though. Okay, so part of it is work. I need to start making icons for my game because I've got all those cards that need art. That's one of the projects. And the other project I'm not really ready to, like, talk about yet because I kind of want to, like, introduce it when I start working on it, which I need to do. But never mind that shit. Squirrel, are you a fan of the Magnus Archives? Because I heard about this guy named Jonathan Sims, who's kind of super cool. I heard about him. He's a good voiceman. He what? He's a good he's oh. So, here's what we're going to do, Squirrel, is oh, you've heard Kyle's podcast, right? You've heard Anachronistic. Anachronistic is very much inspired by like one of the inspirations for Anachronistic is Magnus Archives for sure. And Jonathan Sims is an excellent podcastman, voiceman, mouth sound guy. What makes do with good spooky stuff. So, what I can say about got it. What I can say about Jonathan Sims and the spookies, I think we're gonna get a taste of that. Given the rundown of Magnus Archives, yeah. Well, the nice thing about Magnus Archives is it's for the most part it's a monster of the week sort of like each episode is about a spooky story, and then there's a big cool meta narrative on top of that, and like the two together, like you can listen to it either way, and it's kind of like one leads into the other, and it's super great. But what's really cool is that Jonathan Sims did this little thing called Slay the Princess. He is the voiceman for the Slay of the Princess. So we're gonna slay. It is time to slay. I know a little bit about this game. I know a little. It's like I started watching a stream of it and then was like, I should stop watching this stream and play the game for myself. And the main thing that made me say I'm not going to just watch the stream, I'm going to play it myself, is the fact that Jonathan Sims is the narrator. Hello, video game. Okay. Let's, as I am wont to do, add the game. We're going to add the game to my layout live, like a crazy person. That. Could you be full screen? Up. Games. Gotcha. There we go. Okay. Alright, that's oddly dimensioned. We will do this in English. Black Tabby Games. This is a horror game. It's not intended for all audiences. Please visit our website, www.blacktabbygames.com, if you need a list of specific content warnings. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. If either of these effects cause health issues for you, you can disable them in the game's preferences. Thank you. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There is only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Let's see if I can fix that, full screen? Full screen? There we go. Did it. Okay. So, the one thing I know, the one thing that, like, I picked up on the little bit of LP watching that I did, is that this has a Stanley Parable attribute to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is the thing that, honestly, the streamer I was watching did, And the thing that I would know if I knew that it was a Stanley Parable situation, which is I'm going to do exactly what the game tells me to do first. I'm also going to open a beverage. I have been, I am a beverage mancer. I love to mance beverages. And while I do like alcohol, I also like not alcohol. And so I've been kind of exploring mocktails and stuff that, stuff that I can have in the evening that doesn't have caffeine or alcohol. So right now I am drinking a mixed, yeah, it's starting. A mixed M-I-X-T Bramble Mule with blackberry, ginger, and lime. And I'm curious if I like it. There's actually a shop that opened up recently in town that is just a non-alcoholic, like evening beverage, like mocktails sort of. All they sell is mocktails. Okay, let's actually, hang on. Too sweet. Nope, not buying that again. Too much sugar. Oh, you motherfuckers! It says 0 sugar, and it's got like one of the artificial. Yep, nah, that's awful. Nope. I'll finish drinking this, but that's not good. Not drinking it again. All the fake sugars taste disgusting to me. I'd rather just not have sweet in it at all than have like a fake sugar. And it's like, that's specifically what I'm looking for in a mocktail. Is a tasty, like, evening beverage that doesn't have caffeine, because I can't drink caffeine in the evening, doesn't have alcohol, because I'm trying to drink less alcohol, and maybe just doesn't have a lot of sugar, like, just a little, right? But no, what the fuck, that is... Wow, I'm glad I only bought one of these cans. This is... Oh, I hate the... What is the actual, like, fake sugar in here? Oh... Let's see... Oh, it has red raspberry juice concentrate. That's good. Yeah, just don't sweeten it with bullshit sweet. Sucralose? Is that the bullshit sugar? What a bummer. That's okay. I have another one. I'll try that one in a minute. Let's play a video game. Slay the Princess, the Pristine Cut. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Hi, Jonathan.
At the end of that path is a cabin.
How's it going?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
It's the Archivist. Well, what do we got? Auto. Looks like, that's probably like a logbook. Save button settings. Cool.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Got it. I believe you. Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Explore. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Explore. Can't someone else do this? Explore. Forget this. I'm not doing this. Explore. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Explore. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. You're doing that.
It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
You know, that's probably the truth.
She says.
But, like... I mean, anyone that knows you're here to kill them is probably going to try and get you to not kill them.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
That's my voice.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Are we?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. It's two of us. Proceed into the cabin. Voice of the hero and the narrator.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
That's interesting that it's just kind of dangling there. Yep, take the...
You
Hey,
take
Shiny!
the blade from the table.
We're gonna slay a
It would be
princess!
rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Into the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Ah, look, my little hand turned into a knife.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just
Good.
gonna...
You're still listening to reason.
I'm just gonna do it. We're Stanley Parabling this.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
So, how did they chain her if they need to kill her, but didn't kill her?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, we're not talking, we're just doing it.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Seeing lots of paths here.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess!
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming, but I have to wonder. Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
She doesn't sound dead to me.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is, she's
Yes,
dead.
Exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We killed a person. That's usually terrible.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Notice the voice of who's talking. There's the hero and there's the narrator. They're distinct, even though Jonathan is voicing them both.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Uh-oh.
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Oh boy.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Oh, okay. I was kind of hoping to see the better world. Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
I can't think of anything I hate more than being bored.
Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Let's see. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. I don't know. You have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Of course we are. I like it here.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please, shake yourself out of it. We have to get out of here.
Do we?
The little voices, please, fall on deaf ears.
Do they?
Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence.
Uh-oh.
Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Good ending! You did it! You saved everyone. Yay, credits. That was a very short game. Alright, let's do something different. Continue. Oh. Oh, return to main menu. Wait. Okay, no. Return to the main menu. New game.
You're on a path in the
Okay,
woods,
guys.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Does this have Twitch integration? That would be
In the
great,
basement of-
actually. Because then we could vote on stuff. Parallax flickering of shots out for a time. I'd probably have to set that up beforehand, wouldn't I?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Got it. Okay. Let's explore. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you ever considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess, doesn't that seem kind of bad, though? Can't someone else do this? Forget this, I'm not doing it. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for this? Oh, that's what we did already. Sweet, I've always wanted to kill a monarch. What are you talking about, the end of the world?
The end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
You know, actually, I
have to put
experienced
an end to
exactly
her.
that. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Who's we? Is who's we a question? I would love that. Get some sort of, okay. I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you say, then, she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Okay, I'm sold, let's get this over with. Let's keep exploring. Do you have any evidence?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Mm-hmm.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Oh? Let's see. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules. No matter how much I wish I did.
Killing princess sounds kind of bad.
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than
Well, that's not what I meant to do. Much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something to value to society. I right-clicked. Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I just had an experience where the world ended.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not.
You're not disclosing the fact that if I do this, the world ends for me. I bet I know that. How do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Is going to tell me.
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I guess my reward is that I'm happy. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
It was nothing. Have you considered that maybe the reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Yeah.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
I like phrases like, it's going to ruin everything. We haven't moved. Forget this, I'm not doing it. Turn around and leave. Okay, this is still an Explorer, still the last Explorer.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Guys, should we continue to the cabin or turn around and leave? Alright, look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as she said, maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had my chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies.
You know,
the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
You know, you're also talking a lot.
Each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I mean, that's a path. Oh, that took us forward, okay.
Your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We'll not ignore him. He doesn't know what he...
It's okay, that's a proceed. Okay, only option, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost in
No,
the
we already
building
know this.
is your implement.
Yep. Take knife, enter basement. Enter basement. I went without the knife. First difference.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp. A hint of rot filled her voice.
Okay, that's...
Hello? Is someone there?
By not having the knife, she has a different voice.
It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Don't.
It's all part of manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game, but coming here unarmed. I'm here to save you. Lie, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs.
Simply by not having a knife, she's
There's
a different
heavy
person.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk about it first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
Incoming lies.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like.
Sketch. Sassy Baka.
I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Don't believe you.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Spooky shit.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Let's see, I don't agree. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. I was sent here to slay you, but you're apparently supposed to end the world. What are you going to do if I let you out of here? I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know you better to keep her locked away. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This doesn't add up, and it isn't worth the risk to take your word over the potential fate of the world. Retrieve the blade. Go back upstairs and retrieve the blade without saying another word. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here. Don't make me regret it. Examine the chains. Okay, maybe there's a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need.
No, I don't.
You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Let's see. What are you gonna do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
It's not here to slay you. You're supposed to end the world. Did we already do that one? Oh, wow, that just skipped anything. It's not like you believe me. Oh, I see it as, but I want to see you for myself. I'm not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
Who's they? Let's see. Helping you tell me.
Destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't
No
think you
one's
do
telling
either,
me
or you wouldn't
shit.
have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this should
Yeah, because I've been clicking on talk more.
Do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Probably.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we could just hang out. And keep you locked away at Lear, at least for a little bit. We can get to know you better, what to do. Just can't trust you. Go get the knife. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here, but don't make you regret this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you, and you won't. I promise.
You're making a huge mistake.
Well, the doing what you said didn't seem to get me much.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here...
Okay, so the narrator is not the person that locked her away.
They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
You have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
I see.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
As an amputee...
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-oh.
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and plead, you're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Yeah.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's
Looks
a slight
like
panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Wow.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a
Damn,
cat
bitch.
wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, pretty binary. Let's see what happens when we slay the princess right now.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back.
That's her front.
The wound
Oh, no, it's her
drives
back,
to
okay.
the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
Thanks, hero.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Oh, I'm playing it by ear.
The princess
Hey, look, my
pushes
knife
away
has
from
blood
you,
on it.
the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
Uh-oh.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Uh-oh.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Neat!
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Yep, only one choice.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs, and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. Finish the job.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised.
He has a duty to state the facts of the situation.
Feel all those gashes and holes pulling you apart. If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further.
Just called her princess, not the princess.
You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to
Well, I
get
do have
fuzzy.
voices in my head. Plural.
You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Neat. Chapter 2, The Wit. That's not the end.
You're on a path in the woods.
That wasn't a game over.
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Getting a sense of terrible deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
It's the third.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close.
Opportunist!
And I'm not sure we can trust him.
You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
This is just more than deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally just happened.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Nice.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We were just weighing our options in a morally ambiguous situation. You can't blame us for weighing our options.
We did our best with the information we were given. And we did kill her.
And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything?
If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Oh no.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
That's a very good point. This princess character seems like a lot of trouble, and if you think about it, actually slaying her probably breaks us out of this cycle, right? We don't want to be stuck here forever, do we?
Groundhog Day.
You're laying it on a little thick, aren't you?
Laying it on a little thick?
What are you talking about? I'm sharing my honest opinions.
What matters is that almost everyone
Opportunist
seems
makes
to
me
be
think
on
of
the same
Patches.
page.
So whenever you're ready, you can stop dawdling, get to the cabin, and save the world.
Let's turn around and leave.
You're the boss.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Going to not the cabin. We're going to slay the Princess Ugh. Final talk to the go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her. Maybe I won't. Well, guess we'll see. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Lie. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world
Stanley
can stand
Parable.
after all.
Nah.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yep.
It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path.
I like hiking.
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
Did we lose a narrator?
I like it. Seems like it's got great acoustics.
The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. That's hands. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Resistance. Fingers drag claws against the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. This is a nightmare. Wake up. Embrace your thoughts. Embrace the thoughts constricting you. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There's only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This is some
You're
good shit.
here to slay her.
If you don't, it'll be the end of the world. Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting Tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller. Okay, so. Let's see. Skipping. Okay, alright, that's... Got it. Okay, so that'll auto-skip stuff I've seen. In a world where time, blah, 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 blah. We already did all this. Okay. Turn around and leave. Okay, so, seriously, you're gonna turn around and leave. Okay, cool. That's gonna speed things up. You're persistent. Yes, let's see. The only thing that matters is I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away
Okay,
from
that's
the cabin.
really helpful that we're gonna auto-skip stuff we've seen before.
What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't think anyone knows what they're talking about.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to shit. Turn around and leave again. Let's see. You really keep on wasting anyone's time. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Maybe everyone should die. Oh, what? It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for
When
them.
I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Is it?
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
That's good. You're at the cabin again now. I'm not normally one for superstition and astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the person. Okay, that is a little different. There's no fighting this. Oh yeah, well, I guess I'll have to start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Hey, look.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Infinite cabins.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
Some dank shit.
You've
Oh,
doomed us
shit.
all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to
Deja vu. Wait, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, you aren't kidding. She actually ended the world last time, didn't she? What the hell is she?
Last I checked, there wasn't any last time. We've just met, you and I.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
What's this texture here? That's different.
I don't. The entire
Oh, shit.
world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much.
Voice of the
we can do to
contrarian.
protect. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Fun.
If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
I don't want to click because I've double-clicked it a bunch of times. Yep, heading to the cabin now. We're supposed to, yeah, I get it, supposed to the cabin. Let's lie.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Proceed to the cabin. What happens if I just kill her?
The
Oh, hey.
interior is
Ooh.
wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Fun.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, but when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart.
Turning the video game up a little
lose
bit.
yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
How is the volume of the video game for you guys?
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin,
Cool.
but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
Yeah, I think I'm going to turn... Yeah, let me try that.
What you're seeing here is obviously real.
As soon as
Just
we get to,
accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Everything we're seeing here is obviously real. This is fucked.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Settings. Music volume. There. Sound volume there. Let's see. You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, take the blade into the basement. Hey! Do we tell him about the mirror or just check it out?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much
He
to
can't
see
see the mirror. Let's see. Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall.
Hey, look at my
I
hand.
hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Let's go murdering.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
Switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Stabby!
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Enter the basement. Let's stay on task.
The door to the basement creaks
Nice.
open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, a kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
Okay, we're saying that again.
Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
I thought you're the hero.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I like contrarian. Harsh stairs to the left, center staircase, soft stairs to the right. Harsh stairs.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress.
This game gets along
At first,
with
a
Don't
barely
Starve.
noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor.
I feel good about our choice.
You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish,
It's our hand.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey,
Ooh,
a
look, it goes
continuous
to
march
sketchies.
forward to a destination long forgotten.
Looks like my art on a
Consumption
lazy
and
day.
betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you just going to stand there?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other
Yeah, it's
side of
dark
the
now.
basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems... normal.
Let's see. Didn't realize you were here. Getting down here was weird. Like, I was pulled apart and put back together. You're locked up down here for a reason. Getting down here was weird.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you?
Nah,
Why are you even here?
not good murderer. Not good at it.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality.
I'm still on the second route.
But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I'm getting you out of here, try and free her. I don't know what you... hang on. Whoa, that's awesome. You never seen this instance? Nice. Oh, wait, you've never seen this instance happen so quickly? I'm good at pushing buttons, maybe. So I'm getting you out of here, try and free her, and I don't know what you are, but I can't trust anything here. Leave her in the basement, slay the princess, all three.
Wait, that's not right. Go
Get it?
on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Neat.
All at once you charge forward, knife gleaming to slay the princess just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Yes, all three.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't know. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'm bad at video games. I click through too much. It's gonna be okay. I'll do my best. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No. I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. But you don't know if she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
Gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why
your
now?
fault. That's why I keep double-clicking. I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror again, approach the mirror. Narrator's
It
gone.
is. Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now?
I don't even know.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I think I'm supposed to
There's
look at the mirror.
something dreadful about it. No, don't do that.
Let's
I'm
go.
begging you, don't. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Neat. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. I look great. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here, but I still hear sounds. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Uh-oh. You're the thing I met in the space outside the woods. Aren't you? I thought that was a dream. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? That means me. Is it the end of the world? Let her out of there. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Ooh, I like that question. I'm a person?
A person. A set of eyes witnessing from one perspective. I think that you are more like me than you are like a person.
Ooh.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
You think I met? Gift of Fragile Vessel is the end of the world. Let her out of here. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Neat.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Probably not, considering what you just said.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
But you were always the princess, but were you always the princess, or are you just making her part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Your thing I met in the space outside the woods, I thought that was a dream.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Gift of the Fragile Vessel. Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know about the worlds? Do you know about worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Got it. Fragile Vessel.
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. These ones are a contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Fair point. Well, it's just an explore, so I'm going to push this button, but I don't actually want to say let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
You seem fine. How many more pieces do I need to find? And what if I don't let you do this to me? Is that to slay the princess to stop her from destroying her if I help you? Is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
Ooh, I like that.
To remold.
You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Let's see, how many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Cool. How much longer?
Everything. Until we meet again.
What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
Yeah, let's do it.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods,
No walls.
and at the end of that path is a cabin.
And then what were we talking about? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la
That's the
revolution.
spirit. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost...
Skip. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Into the basement.
The door to the base... Her voice.
Skip. I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat
Skip
to
what
the
we know.
world?
Let's see. You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me. Yeah, wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Hold on to the knife.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's all stuff we've seen before. What if she's involving? What if she kills
You
us?
go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Not dropping a blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Guess we're at an impasse. Going to the princess while holding on to the blade.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Squint and stare
You
even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
No, I'm just gonna kill her right now.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle.
Oh no.
She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down.
Neat.
As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly
If you
possess.
expect to die,
As you
you're
gasp
going to
for
die.
air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you.
Is this really
not
the
my thing.
best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing what's left of your life out of your lungs. This is the end. isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Tower.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her.
Okay, no. What am I doing
I can
here?
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you. What does it matter what he knows?
Voice of the
There's
Broken.
nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Let's, Karen, yeah, let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do... We might as well just pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Oh, I don't like Broken.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge?
I don't care
I'm
for
not
him.
being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely
Oh, well, now I have to do
catastrophic
that.
would be. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
No, let's pledge
Rescue
ourselves to her.
Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't
doing that.
really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible, so please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be.
Proceed.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
No, you said one thing that I care about, and we're doing it. We're doing it big,
The interior
large.
of the
Oh, look at
cabin
this.
is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Take the blade, approach the mirror, into the basement.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Yeah, what's her
Blade,
personality gonna be?
No blade.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment,
Is it patchouli?
you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably Her booming voice rolls.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Yeah, let's see what
Should
you
we
want.
be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
We a bitch.
The princess towers over you,
Damn.
almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall. The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do.
This is someone's
I told you
fetish.
it was pointless to
I mean, like,
resist her.
there's a lot of that in here, but...
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you?
Oh my god, it's
You
definitely
aren't
someone's
even
fetish.
going to try and kill me. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Kneel.
Let's let's get this over with. This is
On her
like,
command, you
this
fall
is so
to the
not
floor,
my thing.
knees
I want this
painfully
one over
connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird.
Oh, come on.
Why don't we talk? The last time we met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time, what draws you back here beyond the empty hall? Speak.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence to our conversation in the woods. Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here.
Let's see. I don't think I refuse her. Sorry, you're supposed to end the world. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her.
God. Oh, God. I fucking hate being put in the submissive role. It sucks. It's stupid. Every ounce of me wants to be... I want Contrarian back, like, right now. Can I summon Contrarian? Like, I just want to hard shift a Contrarian, like, right... Like, let's see... Let's get this over with. Fuck off.
Your will was so easily all you need to do now is
I gotta get through this.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's no... No, you can't just give in to her.
There's still something in the way. Is that a
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you? A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't
No.
Like, the
no,
plot
no.
significance is
What are you talking
interesting,
about?
but I hate it.
I don't care what you are. You're mine. Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Damn.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's...
Now, that is worth it. That's really important to know. Let's see. Let's get this over with.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are.
Yeah, sure. Got her. But you not take her hand, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Let's see. Of course, you're scared. It's the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before. You always get scared. That's threatening.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
This is what we all deserve.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror, gaze in your reflection. Silences reach forward. They're gone once again. This mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. It me. You find yourself in long quiet again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement.
Yeah, get her.
I am
Yeah,
more
get her in there.
than I
It's
was
fine.
before. Whenever you are ready,
So
I will wipe your slate clean once again.
the entity with all the hands is that's not something most people get real fast. Does it like, was I lucky to get to the hand entity like early? Is that what you were saying, Shiny Zobats? Cause cool. I am glad. Yeah. You're saying being as you was before, how much has changed? What does this change feel like? When this is done, okay. You know, at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? When I go back, it's if it was invisible walls closed around me. Why can't I not do the same things I've done before? What?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now.
Handy!
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet
Oh, that's
untraveled.
very handy. I just feel like to change like this.
Eyes close in reflection.
Hands lady is a core mechanic, got it.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer? Are you the same being as you were before? How much of you has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
When it's all done, what do you want to do? Everything feels like
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
You've been nice.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
You have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Yeah, no worries. What do you feel about me and these vessels I've been?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Okay, these two. Attack the entity, destroy your body. Oh, well, that was pretension. You're not actually saying anything. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? What do you want me to bring you next time? Oh, do you have any thoughts on
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Got it. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Hero and the princess.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Let's see. Okay, that's what time we would do. So we'd always want to off Monarch. Silently continue the cabin.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
Ignore him. He doesn't...
Proceed. I can't not go to the cabin now.
The interior of the blade is your
Are we feeling stabby or are we feeling not stabby? Let's feel not stabby.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a
Ba-ba-da-doo. It kitty cat. That's the wrong button. I don't need my skill issue juice. I'm doing just fine. Hello, the baby. How do you do? What is the news of a cat? What is the truth of a meow? Hello, my baby. I'm slaying the princess. It's pretty cool. Yes, let's do some brushies. Oh. I could use a kitty cat break. Oh, yeah. My baby. Yes, I'm a baby. Would you like a treat? Yes. 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 Perfect. Oh, where's treats? Where's treats? There. Dog. Okay, let's be nice. Starting to think they forgot about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain.
Got it. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
Oh, bye, kitty cat.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them.
Ah! Imagine. Far too solid for you to even imagine, but we already know that all we need to make something happen is to believe that we can do it.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key.
Yeah, we've seen all this. Gonna check upstairs, gonna lock us in.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with, if we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about
Hello,
cutting our
Fire
way
Gecko.
out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way.
Let's see. Okay, well that happened before.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This easier for who? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her as she rips her flesh from her bone. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
Yeah, we already did
we
that.
could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh, kitty cat. She can't make up her mind. Let's try to save her, because we tried to slay her before.
Against your better judgment,
Hey,
you place the
gruesome.
blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Let's see. I've met an entity, and I've been getting different versions of the princess, like connected to the entity. The entity seems pretty cool.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Damn.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
She was able to start biting her way out, but wasn't able to do that for as long as she was down here.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
That's a lie. Because when we did what you said, you didn't get us out of here. You are not trying to get me out of here alive. Because you're not trying to get me out of here. Slay the princess. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Man, my arm looks great. Look at all those boils.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Something different.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, she's gonna murder me.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Oh, is that the theme? We're doing it for her.
For
That's
her
who we're gonna
sake.
meet next. Yeah.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture.
We're gonna be like,
The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest
romantic or
again
some shit.
and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
thanks, Jonathan Sims.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Yep. Deja vu, hasn't this already happened? Okay, no, but I doubt what I'm doing here. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then...
Yes, he didn't approve
Voice
of us
of the
last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
All right.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be
I don't like
foiling
him either.
any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah,
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
It says explore, proceed to the cabin. I can still turn around and leave. Let's go back to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Kitty cat, are you making up your mind? Look at this. This is what I used to have to deal with because I had to pick her up. Hello, let's see. Is there anything about the mirror on the wall?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I love Jonathan Sims so much. He's great. I want to see how handsome I am.
That's a great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
We shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
Check out the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
But mirror clean, and it's
You
gone.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look, but it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Interesting. That's two different routes that referred to us as a bird. So the dominance one called us the little bird, and Smitten is saying we might have a feather out of place. We've seen our reflection. We look like a ghoul. Definitely a route. Contrarian, I think, so far has been my favorite. Let's see. What is she gonna be like if we go with the knife?
You take the blade from the table.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Haven't we gotten stubborn yet? Enter the basement. Wait, have we gotten stubborn?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last
Easy,
time.
buddy.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
No, it's all part if we need different versions of her.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She
I was
may
about
not
to
be
ask.
able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh,
Pretty
your
sure-
spirit's plenty loud.
The only
all
time
right.
that she's heard the voices was Dominance becoming aware of the narrator.
It's you, my dashing hero.
All
I
right,
was
she's
so
into us too.
worried you
That's
wouldn't come
that
back.
helps a little.
Did you hear that?
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back.
It's kind of disco.
I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unsteady.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world. But everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for that last time. What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The raider who sent me to kill you took over your body. It was extremely unfair. Let's talk
If
about...
another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
Oh no, Disney.
She took that in stride. To a surprising... That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
Hadn't thought of that.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always
So-
trying to drive her to violence.
That's interesting because we keep having different personalities like pop up and be like along for the ride, and she's exhibiting different personalities.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Do I have to cut you out again? I didn't really care for that.
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no
Probably
harm
can
done.
do that just because we thought we can do that.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
Nope, that tracks.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further
I'm
evidence
ignoring
that
you
she's
guys.
a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Rescue the princess is a straight up option. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that before we started talking? The world and... Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No, this isn't Disney. This is anime.
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart...
Yeah, I
This
gotcha.
thing to her, that's a confession.
No, I don't want the world to end. I have no feeling one way or the other about the world ending. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow, painful ruin to them all.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Nihilist today.
The princess shifts in uncomfortable...
Me too.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take...
Yeah, gotcha. Rescue.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
This is the thing. We know this.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this?
Narrator is
Just one
ace.
slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it. You're going to regret this.
Probably.
What do we do now?
I bet she doesn't want anything for herself.
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Probably not. Oh, what was this?
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do
Yep,
you want
that's
to do?
what. Yep. Yep. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? We can just leave and figure it out later. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry, Slay the Princess. I'm gonna press her on this because I called it. You don't actually have anything.
I just want to make you happy.
Yeah.
She can't just want to make us happy.
Bad music.
It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Must be something
I
you want.
just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
Oh, look at her. She's deforming.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You
No.
don't have to act like it's a big deal.
Okay, clearly something is happening here. I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here, nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out another way to be happy? But what would make you happy? To want something? Okay, we just, do you want to, well... No, we're following this thread.
Oh, is that
Oh, wait,
really
shit.
what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
I guess we could do that.
Well, at least she's normal again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad?
I want her to
She's
go deeper.
distraught.
I wanted to go, I picked
This
the wrong
is
one.
unacceptable.
It's fine.
But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things.
Hang on. Can we see, let's see. 3. Okay, here we go. okay, clearly something is happening here. I'm very scared. What if we just don't do anything? What if we just stay here? Nobody gets hurt, and we just figure out ways to be happy together. Okay, that's what I picked. All right, got it. So now we want to...
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then... What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Oh, but I do.
What? What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it, your fingers curling around your ribs.
Oh no, what are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Time out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider.
And yet, it's done, isn't it?
It will be soon. You yank violently, your
I love
bones
how annoyed the
cracking with
narrator
wet
is.
pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically
Damn.
in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Man, you broken.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something. It's beautiful.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die? Yes.
Epilogue, happily ever after.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're clearly already in the cabin. Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet. We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time.
Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Voice of the skeptic.
And right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome!
Can't say I'm happy to be here.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that,
Look,
right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning you doomed an entire other reality. But I'm sure since you're so well-travelled, you know that, yes?
We know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
The other one?
Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say, absent.
Oh, you're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
Bonus voice? I'm just as important as you are.
Yeah, but Hero's been here the whole time. Like Sam Reich.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicoloured glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron chandelier hangs from the vaulted ceiling, its many candles lit with flickering light, vaguely illuminating the massive room. This is a house fit for royalty. Before you, there isn't a blade, is there?
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
I'll stretch and hydrate. I've been trying to work on that stretching thing. It's tough. Let's see. There's just a mirror. Trying to leave. As a matter of the way, we didn't use it last time, and then the time before, she used to kill us.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options.
Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right.
I don't think there is a right.
But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Are you gonna talk about the mirror?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do.
Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? You better not do it again. Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone.
Yay.
Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement.
Oh, and the drink that I'm drinking right now is a Hayo Sparkling Peach Mango. Swear to God, this is what it's called. Functional seltzer. I've been trying non-alcoholic beverages to see which ones are good. This one's actually all right. It's kind of like a less sweet soda, but actually has like fruit in it. That's good. Better than the last one. Last one was garbage.
You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again.
Or moving.
Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Well, the only thing here is the mirror where we could leave. I got the mirror.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time. You
Yep,
reach
there it goes.
forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvellous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they go up. They're draped in fine carpet, too, one that feels pleasantly soft
Are
against
we
your
gonna see
feet.
Guinevere this time? She gonna give us the Lord Vessel?
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, that doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice house doesn't mean she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Am I the only one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature?
Well, we're collecting them. She has a lot of natures.
That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue, rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
What?
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you
She has
so
become
on edge?
waifu.
This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
And don't eat the food.
Oh no. That's a branch.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall,
It's all
woven
her.
with scenes of chivalry and courtship and
It's
romance.
all, yes. Yes.
The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room. The princess, seated at its far end. Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck. So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy.
Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
Skeptic is skeptical about everybody.
You're here. Now we can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
Don't like it.
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Damn.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Oh, what are we supposed to know? You mentioned dinner. Slay the princess.
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat.
Damn.
There will be no getting up. At least not for now.
You mentioned dinner.
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and
Magic
a shadow
food!
dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said.
Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned?
I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem.
For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Food.
You begin to feast.
Ah,
and the princess
mukbang.
follows
Ugh.
suit, her soft smile never fading. The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue. You tear at hunks of
stop
meat
the food
practically
sounds.
melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had.
Alright, how's it gonna screw us?
But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Damn.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating. The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good.
Oh, you
Again,
don't get a choice this
You
time.
tear into golden, crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you have done this already. And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Stuck in a loop.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again. The meat is fine. The
Are
bread
we gonna
is
unlock the
fine.
gluttonous?
You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal.
That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal
Are
forever.
you sure?
Regardless of quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast. And again you eat. The meat is greasy. The bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing. I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time. Right?
I'm so tired of this.
As the words leave her mouth, one of the torches on the wall sputters and then goes out entirely.
Interesting.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. And if they all go out, there won't be any shadows left to hold us.
Won't there be more shadow?
No. Just darkness without a shape.
And then it won't be able to hold you any longer. You'll be able to do what you're supposed to. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Okay, we can finally make choices. What is that to make the torch go out? I don't think you did anything wrong. I think you just said something you wanted to say. It's just a torch. Don't worry about it. We still have plenty of light. What is this place? Well, we ate. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. Maybe we could play a game. Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game. Its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing.
We're gonna play this game like
simple
20
rules
times.
already apparent, even with little explanation.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, I
right?
do like board games.
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. And I feel like I'm 2 steps behind.
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just
He's like Lizard
something
Brain
to
from
do.
Disco.
We might as well try to have some fun. You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
Uh-oh.
And so you start over.
Yep.
Time passes. You play the game. You win. Hey! Will you look at that?
Oh, you won. I guess we can play again.
I think we have to do
Time
4
passes.
things until they
You
become
play
bored.
the game.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There
This is
is
the
a long
boring
pause,
route.
and the board does not reset.
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
It's never going to stay fun.
You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh. The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple. We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the 2 of you set about
Infinite
discovering
game.
the complexities of the game anew. And so you do.
Little
And it is
card
fun again.
house here.
In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life. But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind.
Man, we
quickly
gotta do this
vanishing
for
as the game
4
progresses.
torches, Jesus.
Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination. Winning and losing become nothing but ends. And even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game. The board resets.
Whoop. Nope, didn't. Stop it. Return. Setting as many times as you can finish until finally.
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
As the words leave the princess's
2
mouth,
torches
another
down.
torch goes out. Again, the remaining flames burn brighter, and the shadow dances faster.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
This is awful.
It's
Pretty
him,
rough.
isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who's trapped us here.
Who?
The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He's the shadow.
Ooh, neat. You're smitten. You were real chatty last time. You don't have anything to say. It's just a torch. You're actually happy here. What is this place? Play games next. What? See. Okay, you were smitten.
Smitten?
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response.
No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Oh, you're talking to the shadow, aren't you?
She guessed that right away. She knows what's going on here. I knew it.
Neat.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
Got it.
I was right, wasn't I? I can't believe I was actually right. It is him. This is what he became after ripping us open.
You're actually happy here.
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
Oh, we need the truth.
I don't feel anything.
That's bad.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
What do you think? Don't worry about what's gonna happen. If you could do anything in the world, what would you be? What would you choose? Whatever the shadows have been showing us isn't real. We need to see what happens when the lights go out. I like both of these. We don't have to let it go out.
We do, don't we? I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
Done.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
Let's see. You can open your eyes.
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
So you are. It's dark in here, isn't it?
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Well, is it me? I don't think I ever stopped. Whatever we had between us wasn't real. I don't know if I ever have, but maybe I can now. I'm not sure I ever had the chance to figure out how I feel about you. I just wanted to leave since the moment I found myself in the woods.
Then maybe that's what we should do. Leave.
We haven't done that yet.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt.
I bet it's still another trap.
You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
It really was just all meaningless blather then.
This is a weird one.
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance.
Feathers! I'm a bird!
And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do. He's really gone, isn't he?
Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
The stars are so beautiful.
Feathers! Quiet moment passes over you. Comfortable quiet.
We should dance.
She gently pulls you forward, and the two of you fall into a graceful step. The only rhythm that guides you is the shared thumping of your hearts, beating in perfect unison. This is such a Kyle game, you guys. Her face, worn and tired, brightens the faster you move. A soft, sad smile widening and widening until it reflects only genuine affection. You send her out into a wide spin, and your arms stretch to their limits. Only the tenuous grasp of your hands in hers, holding you together. You share a gaze that feels like it lasts forever. And
Thank you
everything
for taking me here.
Got her.
This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Got another one. But you do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Where'd you go? Should we try and
Is
find
that
her?
a mirror?
Approach the mirror. Sorry, buddy. We're on a clock here. Approach the mirror. Skip. Voice of the hero. This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
You're right.
Final.
Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze in your reflection. The mirrors always makes them leave. I look goopy. Yep. Maybe. This looks feathery, I guess. You've withered. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be contradictions. Contradictions don't exist. How can you stand to be a contradiction? It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change? Doesn't it make you worse? What do you think of this vessel? I'm still planning to kill you once we're done. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind? Okay, doesn't it make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If there's anything that makes me like you more, I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or the other. I just want it all to stop. Yes, you're torturing me and I hate it. I think I hate you. You're interesting.
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Feels like a riddle. We never asked that.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
You can't be contradiction.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Let's see. Think of this vessel.
This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Okay, we haven't done either of these. What happens if I destroy my body? You raise your will to end your life, but as it buries into the space your body should be, you feel nothing at all. One of the many hands in front of you reaches forward and gently touches the side of your face.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
What happens if I attack her? Your will cuts across the entity in front of you, but nothing happens.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Got it. Okay, well that answers that question. Let's go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes bark and you die. Everything goes bark and you die. You're on the princess.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yep. Sally continue the cabin. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick break. Do I have one more route in me tonight? Hey, Shiny, how much longer are you guys up? Should we wrap up? Bark, bark. Bork. Going to sleep? Alright, let's wrap up. Who raid? Let's raid fake eggs. Rad. Raid. Fake eggs. Yeah. Okay, thank you for helping me slay a princess. Have a good night, everybody.